Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Market Monday. So today we're going to go into some things that the Fed said might be really gives us a clue on how they're going to do, what they're going to do with the Fed fund rates next, and just what the trend in market rents are going to look like, especially with how inflation has responded within the last week. So before I get right into it, I'm going to do a quick dad joke. Dad joke this week for this one is going to be a bit dirty, so be careful of what I'm about to say. So, what does a burnt pizza, a pregnant woman, and a frozen beer have in common? What does a burnt pizza, a pregnant woman, and a frozen beer have in common? Someone forgot to pull it out in time. All right, so getting right into it. This last week, the Fed made a pretty big announcement and we got some inflation reports last week as well. So with the Fed announcement, they did lower the Fed funds rate by about a quarter basis points, which is 0.25%. But they also announced that they may not, the next meeting, may not lower the Fed funds rate anymore for at least a while. So they're going to wait to see, because they want to see a trending progression in inflation. Right now, this last inflation report did bring inflation up a little bit higher to about 2.6 from 2.4. But the thing is, the change in it going up was within expectation. So it wasn't a big surprise to see it go up a little bit. And it's just how the calculations work in regards to a 12-month running average. So some of the numbers from 12 months ago drop off, some were higher, some were lower. So sometimes depending on the month of how it's being calculated and what they're considering, it may bring up inflation a little bit, may bring it down. So for the most part, it was all within expectations on how the inflation reports were coming in. Overall, how this is going to impact rates is that we need the inflation numbers to come down more, as well as the jobs numbers. Job numbers is the main thing that's keeping also rates up. Notice every time we have a low jobs report number, higher unemployment rate, basically anything that points toward people not being able to get jobs or continue to not be file for unemployment claims, or more people file for unemployment claims, then that typically trends rates in a direction that we like, which is in the downward direction. Now, unfortunately, in October, we've just been in this crazy cycle of rates getting worse. We had a really good run from like May to September, and then September we saw like a good number of people be able to refinance to even to the low fives, mid fives, things like that. But things are effectively erased since then. So now we're in a position where we were back in, I want to say, July. So has it peaked though? No, not quite yet. And I think in this cycle of the ups and downs, I think we're reaching to a point where it's gotten to its worst. Now I think it's at some point it's going to turn eventually. It just takes a lot of time. So to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like, this is kind of the trend of rates of how they've gone since last basically May. We had a really good run from May until September. Then as soon as October started, pretty much maybe a week or two, basically 2 weeks after the Fed reduced the Fed funds rate by 0.5%, then rates went up. Now, was the rates going up due to the Fed lowering the Fed funds rate? No, not really. This had to do more with the unemployment claims and things like that, jobs market, BLS jobs reports showing that improvements in the labor force. So these are the main things on what caused rates to go up as high as they did. Now we did see some improvement since the start of November. So we hope that maybe this is the worst it'll get for this cycle, and then maybe we'll start seeing the downward trend. So overall, I think we're good looking. I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. Honestly, that's what I feel like is going to happen. So keep your eye out, and we may see better rates maybe coming in December. Maybe that might be a really good time for a lot of people to see what's going on with mortgage rates. Otherwise, that is all I got for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And if you guys also noted that there's a lot of education clock hour classes that are being scheduled from December on into 2025, and I'm looking to get some scheduled more. Also, if you are an association or part of an association, a realtor association that Then once some clock hour classes scheduled with me, I'd be happy to do it. And I've reached out to some of you already, so I'm glad to get those on the books. Otherwise, you guys have a great week, and we'll do a Market Monday for next week, and then probably for that rest of the week, we probably won't do any more videos just for Thanksgiving. Well, you guys have a great week, and I'll touch you guys soon. Nuke out.